Hello and welcome, it's GenG T1 playoffs in the LCK, the semi-final we have been all waiting for. Will T1 get the revenge for spring, or will GenG just repeat the 3-0? We're going to see that, but before we get into the first draft, I advise to you all to like and subscribe to not miss out on any future content of T1. I mean, should they win this game, they are going to Worlds, they are going to qualify for at least the 4th seed. Let's get right into the draft. GenG here are locking in the Lee Sin, so that's kind of a pick away from Owner. Owner like 5-1 on the pick, so GenG going for like this steal here of a champion. T1 considering Aphelios Thresh, both are open here at the moment, so that would obviously be a great bot lane here for Teddy and Carrier against Ruler and Life. But it looks like they're pivoting away from that for the Renekton. So Renekton Nidalee maybe coming in here, Renekton being locked in. And then what's going to follow that? And it is the Varus being locked in here for T1. So Renekton Varus, that's a very strange combination. Varus and Renekton not even on theme with each other. One goes in, one goes out. Starting bad here in the draft for T1. GenG on the other side, blocking in the Aphelios Thresh. It's going from bad to worse. Renekton now completely useless here in face of Aphelios Thresh, and also Varus against them in the bot lane. In most scenarios not going to have a great time unless Carrier locks in a range support like the Karma or Lulu maybe, but that's not really his avenue. Carrier more or less the engage of T1, so that's not going to happen. Now the Nidalee might come in here for Renekton as a duo partner, but yeah, already not looking too great. Nidalee and Varus, they have the range advantage onto the Aphelios, so maybe they can poke him down. Maybe that's an avenue where T1 can recalibrate this draft, but yeah, the Renekton, he's gone, he's useless now. Okay, from the bans we see Carrier's pool being here attacked with the Braum and the Trundle being banned. He looks at the Rel, but Rel is not really the answer. He's not going to do anything in lane. And also with the Renekton, they're not going to be able to overcome the Aphelios, and Rel is being locked in. So GenG now they have to double down on protect Aphelios, go with like backwards kiting. Maybe a bit of an engage option, right? You don't want to get poked by a Varus Nidalee. Okay, so the Azir would be great as like he would work alongside the Aphelios, and then maybe a bit more of a defensive choice of top laner. Defensive in the sense frontlining, CC, someone who can maybe tank the spears, maybe engage. Not really sure what Rascal is looking here for. The cannon, not really the way. He's not really, the cannon is not that great of a decision. Yes, obviously cannon also someone you don't really want to run into, but that's not it. And T1 finishes their draft with an Irelia. So Irelia, well, not a pick that either Canna or Fake have played a lot. Canna usually not the one who plays Renekton here for T1, but maybe they changed things up. Faker historically also not a like known Irelia player, but yeah, the way it looks, Irelia into Azir, I mean that's at least better than the Renekton matchup. So maybe T1 have switched things up here a bit. Canna expanding his champion pool with the Renekton, maybe that's an option. But yeah, Irelia falls into the same category as the Renekton, and the Rel going into Azir, Aphelios, and even with Cannon and Lee Sin there. Yeah, T1 lost this draft pretty hard here. Nidalee, Varus, the only avenues for any form of success. Obviously skirmishing abilities are there, but yeah, you don't really win the laning phase either. I mean, like ranged versus melee in both mid and top. So in that case, Clit has the free reign in the jungle. Also bot lane, Ruler and Life are going to reign there. So 3 winning lanes, 3 partial lanes, and then also the teamfight advantage. Not looking good here overall in the first game. So yeah, major draft advantage for GenG. T1 has the chance with the poke to maybe do something in that avenue, right? GenG can't really engage all too well in the draft, but we know T1, they have the chance to circumvent bad drafts. That's what they have been doing like for years now. So yeah, we see each other in draft number 2, hopefully with the T1 dub, but with this draft, like even I am a bit shaky in my resolve here. So, welcome back in draft number 2. As you see, GenG managed to get the first dub, so that's obviously very sad. I mean, it was a very devastating game. I nearly cried. But now T1 on the blue side, they have the chance to get back, and yeah, let's hope history doesn't repeat itself and GenG doesn't like steamroll them. But I have faith T1 can do this. Blue side, I think it's a bit of a stronger side in this meta. So yeah, banning Aurelia and Azir, not really the way to go, but let's see what they first pick. So T1 here first picking the Ryze. I think that's decent. I mean, it's a very strong pick. Faker has great win rate on it. Faker can pilot the champion very well. But yeah, that's what I feared with these bans, like not banning anything against GenG's bot lane. Aphelios Thresh comes in for the second time. It's T1 here with Ashe going for a stronger lane setup maybe, right? Ashe W pretty annoying, but still Aphelios Thresh super strong. Okay, Ryze, Ashe, Leona, they have gotten something nice here for a pick comp, right? Ryze, Realm Warp, or like Ashe Arrow and then Leona ult. Looks very good. Could be a bit scary though to face GenG, and GenG locks in the Jarvan, so that's something we haven't seen in a really long time. Split has played a lot of Jarvan in his career, and against Ryze Ashe, it's devastating. Like, imagine a Jarvan ult and then Aphelios throws his Infernum ultimate on top of that. Nah. So GenG already, I would say they have a very good team fighting comp. T1 here looking more for picks than team fighting. Ryze obviously capable of split pushing. So T1 here attacking BDD's champion pool with Azir, Syndra and Orianna. So BDD is forced to lock in the Zoe. On the other side, GenG banning a few top laners here, the Reds, Gnar and Cannon. Kana has to show something different. T1 here locking in the Xin Zhao for Owner and now the Gwen. So yeah, that option from GenG is also taken away for the AP top. And yeah, with the Xin Zhao and Gwen, they have nice bruisers here against Aphelios. That's probably going to work wonders. But T1 going for more of an early comp with split push options. GenG finishes their comp with the set against the Gwen, so that's going to work early, but then later on obviously Gwen outscales him and smashes him. GenG going for more for team fighting unless T1 gets way too fat and their bruisers can steamroll them. For the lane setups, it's fairly decent. Again, GenG with pressure in bot, early in top, but then changes in the mid lane as well. Faker versus Zoe. Early pressure for Zoe, but then after level 3-4, Faker can come back and then win that lane in terms of pressure. T1, obviously they need to get ahead early and then make use of their shorter range champions unless they have like a good strategy. They have pick options with their bot lane and Faker. Overall, GenG with a bit of a draft advantage. Only nuisance is the Zoe here. Overall, T1 though have an avenue to win, although it is a bit more complicated than usual. So let's hope for the 1-1 score, and let's not hope that GenG can continue to win. Hello and welcome back. In draft number 3, T1 were able to get the series back to the 1-1 score after making a lot of picks, really catching GenG off guard, and on the back of that, they were able to wrestle out the win, and now with the 1-1 score, everything is back to the start. But match point is more or less on the line, so this one is quite important of a match. T1 again goes for the Ryze first pick. Will GenG also copy with the Aphelios Thresh? Yeah, I believe so. I mean, so far so good. T1 gets the Ryze again, high priority pick, very good pick. GenG gets their super strong bot lane again, and to be honest, that wasn't the issue for GenG, it was what they were doing, not the champions they had. T1 here looking for the Nidalee though. That doesn't really make sense, just run it back. Like, you were fine with your comp, right? Okay, Nidalee though is at least the range advantage against the Aphelios, getting in the poke, maybe going for more poke. Gnar, Nidalee, Ryze Nidalee, not the best 2v2s in either position, either top or mid. I don't like what T1 is doing here. BDD also gets his Syndra, so yeah, again, GenG looking to have a strong bot lane, looking to have a good mid lane. They can counter pick top, they can counter pick jungle. What's going on? What's going on here? What's T1 doing? Okay, Clit again going for the Jarvan. So that's fine, yeah, Jarvan Syndra, that's a good 2v2. T1 looking in the Jinx Braum here for their bot lane. Yeah, scaling wise, fairly well against the Aphelios, and later on Jinx with the range advantage is also capable of dealing with the Aphelios. Overall, I feel like both comps are quite similar in what they do. So Gnar and Jarvan are their teamfight tools, Nidalee and Syndra are like poke, Ryze, Camille, late game split pusher, Jinx, Aphelios, Braum, Thresh. But at least Fear 41, while they lose the bot lane matchup early on, I would assume, later on, Jinx versus Aphelios that's at least something where they can be happy with. So this time, a bit more even in the drafts. And yeah, I feel comfortable that T1 is able to get this one, even though early game could be a bit sad, right? And then bot lane, as mentioned, I think Teddy, Carry are going to be fine, but Ruler Life will have the pressure there as well. So GenG, not really with 3 winning lanes, but with 2 winning lanes and yeah, 1 lane that's capable of winning. So small advantages here in the draft for GenG in terms of reliability and yeah, practicality from early on with the advantages that we can assume, but it's not drastic. T1, they have won with worse drafts, so let's see each other in the next game, hopefully with the T1 2-0. Phew. Welcome back in hopefully the final draft here. T1, after this like I think 50-minute game, able to get the dub in the end. Wow, well, on the back of Teddy, I guess. That was something, man. I had like bad flashbacks with the backdoors there, but let's calm down. T1 in the end, they managed to get the dub, and with the mental advantage now, and GenG also being a team that tilts fairly easy, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Just don't end the draft, and T1 is going to slide right into the finals. Let's hope at least. This one was really a mess. Looks like they first picked Camille. So Camille obviously not the greatest problem for GenG in their losses, but I feel like you shouldn't blind pick your top laner when there are all the counter picks available, when there's Ryze available, Diana available, so many powerful picks on the table, like even Xinjiao and so on. That's just foolish. So GenG starts this draft bad, which is obviously good for us here from the T1 bank. T1 looking for Ryze, so this looks like they go Ryze, maybe Thresh to... Okay, that's not what I meant. So GenG is going to go Aphelios Thresh again. Okay, Diana Thresh. No, ooh, Diana Yasuo. Who obviously super powerful in their comp. Also with the Camille scaling there, skirmishing there, split push potential there. GenG, no, they have team. They have actually everything besides wave clear and engage. Like Diana, Yasuo, Camille, they also can engage somewhat, but not too good, right? You want a bit more there. But GenG already looking so strong in their draft. T1 on the other side pick up Kennen and Olaf. Ryze Kennen getting huge AP damage already in there. Olaf pick is super strange though. Why would you pick Olaf? Xinjiao is available. Okay, so we see here a lot of AD carry bans like Kalista, Varus, Ashe and Aphelios gone. So yeah, Teddy goes for the Ezreal. I guess that's understandable. Camille, Diana, Yasuo, that's a lot of dive. You want to be safe. And yeah, I think Xayah would have been the like similar option here. Also very defensive bot laner with her ultimate of course, and with crit damage obviously more capable of like shredding down these bruiser like champions. So Ezreal, Xayah, similar. Xayah is not as good in the meta at the moment as the Ezreal, and Teddy more so of an Ezreal player. But GenG here now locking in Xayah Rakan. So GenG, you can't teamfight against this comp. It's not possible. Diana Yasuo with Xayah Rakan as well. That's not gonna happen. Then late game scaling also there. Split push with Yasuo, Camille. Early game power also there. Let's look at this. Camille versus Kennen top. Okay, that goes into Kennen's favor by quite a bit because Camille's passive works quite bad against Kennen. Jungle matchup more in Olaf's favor in terms of clear speed. But looking at Camille and Yasuo in comparison to Kennen and Ryze, I think Diana has a bit better bodies there in the solo lanes. Also Yasuo versus Ryze, that's a decent matchup in terms of pressure for both sides. I think Yasuo has a bit of an advantage there. But again, then bot lane, I think GenG has the pressure there as well. So I think GenG, they're not too bad early on. Yes, they need to scale a bit in comparison to T1's champions that start quite good with the early 4-5 levels, but then get in a bit of a power trough before their first item. There's a bit of a window for T1 to like ramp up a gold lead. I don't know what T1's going to do here. They don't really have a pick comp. Yes, they have a few tools, right? Alistar and Faker can like look for that, but they can team fight. They do get outscaled. They can split push. Like T1's comp is complete shit. Like, they're also short ranged, so they can't really poke BDD or clip before they do the wombo combo engage. It's horrendous. Like T1, this is like one of the worst drafts that I've like seen in a long time. I obviously hope they win, And I think the only option for that is Teddy 1v9ing, because his range advantage and his defensive capability, right, with the flash, with the arcane shift, that's going to work. But his damage, he really needs to get all the kills, because his damage really needs to be on point, right? Ezreal with the Frozen Heart really has a bit of a trough there, and then obviously ramps up with the 5th and 6th item. Ezreal is really the only option, right? Faker's too short range, he's in engage range, he can be wombo comboed, and there is so much CC, so much engage of GenG's side. I mean, they could blow all their ultimates on Owner and Carrier, and then Faker, Teddy, Kana kill them all. Yeah, it will be very difficult here for T1. It has to go through Teddy or GenG misusing their wombo combo on the wrong targets or something like that. It's going to be a rough run if T1 manage to win. We believe in T1 supremacy though, so that's going to happen. But we're going to see each other after this game, with the celebration obviously coming in, because T1 is going to win. T1 is going to Worlds with this one, trust me. At least I hope so. Let's go! T1 made it! Oh my god, what a fucking game. Okay, on the back of Teddy's Ezreal, it's just what I said. It's just what I said. Ezreal, the only thing T1 has in face of GenG's comp, and even in the team fights, you saw GenG's comp, you saw their wombo combo. T1, the gold lead was there, so they survived, and that's just the only reason they made it, right? GenG, they really fucked up. Played early game way too aggressive than they should have. Scaling was on their side. Then decision making, targeting the Alistar with all of their ults, instead of playing for the 5v5. They tried to pick with all their ults, just not working, and then throw all of that, all of the analytics, all of the strategies, everything, throw it out of the window. Throw whatever, throw it all out the window. Teddy and Faker, their team fighting is just so strong. Teddy obviously with the pop-off performances, but all of T1 Alistar combos from Carrier, super nice. Kana had a bit of a rough time, always got exhausted there, but always also in the thick of things, taking the flashes, taking the exhausts on himself, doing a fine job overall. What a fucking game. T1 now qualified for Worlds. If I'm informed correctly, they have so much points that they're going to be in the finals of the regionals, should they lose in the finals against Damwon Kia next week. They're going to be in the finals of the regionals, so at worst they're going to be the 4th seed, if I understand this correctly. But just stop with that. Great game from Teddy, great game, a great series from Teddy overall. That's why he's back. No front against Gumayushi, he's super good, but General Teddy, the Fountain Laser Teddy, when it comes to it, you can count on him. And what a game, what a series. Hope you all enjoyed it, hope you enjoyed the video also today. And yeah, show it with a like, and yeah, not to miss the next series next week on Sunday. I think it's Sunday. Yeah, subscribe as well to not miss out on that. And yeah, I wish you all a great day. My day is going to be great. I'm going to be celebrating this victory till, I don't know, the next few days. So yeah.